Welcome back to our channel where we discuss everything Viking. Today, we are talking about 5e and the crafting system within. Crafting is a lot more interesting than your typical 5e, which is almost non-existent to tell you the truth. So what we ended up doing was we dug deep into our RPG and we extracted the whole crafting system so we could bring this to the 5e fans. And instead of one school of crafting, there are 5 listed schools of crafting here. The 6th one's kind of like top secret, hush hush, no go, as an expansion book. But for 5 systems, what we have are 5 specializations for the blacksmith. So the blacksmith has specialization on dexterity, intelligence, strength, charisma, and wisdom. If we take a look at the crafting systems, you can take a look at the very first one, is the crafting itself. So this is a skill that anyone could use. So it's a general skill that can be picked up. And the blacksmiths become obviously more proficient with it than your typical class. But here you can create things like examples: exceptional swords, fine jewelry, precision saw, an uncanny statue, an opulent house, a longbow, etc., etc. And so we've got our 5-step process in terms of crafting things. So you choose the item you wish to craft. Then you design it with all the quality rating attributes that you're looking for. Then you calculate how many materials you're going to have to spend in the process, and the time involved, and then you do your result. You do your skill check and see how the result comes out. So besides crafting, which is the most basic of skills, prestige skills are the ones that end up having the specialization abilities attached to them. So the very first one we're going to look at is Realm Wars. When we look at our RPG, we're looking at a world that hangs upon Yggdrasil, Midgard being one of 9 worlds, and potentially more, if you go down the source books, of worlds that you can actually extract ores and bring them into Midgard and create something really cool. So in D&D you have the outer planes, you have the inner planes, you have the positive and negative material planes. So all of these places could have realm wars that end up bringing stuff into your world. And so what we've done here is put maybe 5 different realms and realm wars that you can end up finding and bringing into Midgard to craft something really unique and interesting. The second school of crafting is called Infusion. And this is where you infuse or enchant spells, passive abilities, magical effects onto items. This could be as basic as a ring or a magical sword that has many, many different abilities. Next one is Rune Glyphs. This is where you end up scribing runes into your item, and these things are going to give you your bonuses. So this is where you get like +1, +2, +3 bonuses. You get new damage types that you can add. You can do skill increases. You can inflict benefits on certain types of spells. Like if you're casting healing spells, you get pluses on healing and all kinds of resistances and protections. So that's Rune Glyphs. Creature Requiem is a very interesting and unique one. This is where you end up taking creature parts and fusing it into your items. From the claws of a dragon to the heart of a troll to maybe the tentacles of a kraken, that you end up binding into your item. And depending on the types of creature parts that you end up getting, you're going to end up creating very unique and different effects from infusion, from runic glyphs, from crafting, and it really will be tied into the creature that you defeated. And then the last one we have is Dvergr Engineering. And Dvergr Engineering captures the supernatural aspect of items that are just beyond imagination. So the Dvergr in Norse mythology were the best crafters in all of the 9 realms. Even the gods would go to the Dvergr to get something crafted. And so Dgar Engineering will actually create effects that are like beyond your regular scope. So if you want a sword that folds itself in on itself and fits into a small pocket. If you want something that is like steam powered, this comes from Dvergr Engineer. Very unique and different abilities that are not part of your standard fare. And a lot of these in Dvergr Engineering are negotiations in terms of the quality rating that you're going to need to put into your item for the various effects. So you could have something that maybe every time enemies are near, it glows, itches, the finger. If someone's putting this on a ring, someone can say, this is 1 quality rating worth of abilities. And if you have something that would say, after you strike an opponent with it, it now forks out the same ability and hits all adjacent combatants, that would be something that maybe is like 4 or 5 quality rating. So this basically sums up, all of these really cool abilities that the blacksmith gets. And I'll just flip quickly to the class section here, so you can pause the video if you want to take a quicker look in terms of, everything that you get on the XP table, proficiency bonuses, and all the types of attuned equipment, stances, and abilities that you could have. So this is a quick summary of the blacksmith that will be found in the 5e book on Fate of the Norns Ragnarok. Check it out on our online store. And until next time, skål!